Fresh off their 18th NBA championship, the most in history, the Boston Celtics already have their sights set on a new feat: back-to-back titles in the 2024-25 season. With Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown once again leading the team, the championship-winning roster returns, just as it was. Brad Stevens and the Celtics front office committed to keeping every key player from the winning team, but they surprised everyone by adding Lonnie Walker IV late in free agency. Walker, known for his scoring abilities off the bench, spent the last 2 seasons with the Brooklyn Nets and Los Angeles Lakers. He proved to be a valuable scoring weapon for both teams, making it even more surprising that he was passed over by several teams during free agency, despite being available for a minimum contract. Although the Celtics signed Walker at the end of August, he didn't receive a standard deal to fill their final roster spot. Instead, Walker signed an Exhibit 10 contract with Boston, meaning the 25-year-old guard could receive a substantial bonus if waived after training camp and ends up playing for the Maine Celtics in the NBA G League. Right now, this seems to be the most likely scenario, according to the Athletic's Shams Charania. If Walker is waived by the Celtics during training camp while on his Exhibit 10 contract, the former first-round pick would still be a player Boston could keep an eye on in the G League. Additionally, this would allow the Celtics to maintain their 15th and final roster spot at the start of the 2024-25 season. Given the minimal interest Walker generated as a free agent this summer, it seems like he'll have to fight for his next spot in the NBA, starting with the Celtics in the G League. No matter where he is on the court, Walker has always shown himself to be a scoring option, making him an intriguing addition for the Celtics. Even though he agreed to an Exhibit 10 contract, the dynamic guard could still prove to be an impactful talent in Boston. If there's one weakness the Celtics have, it's their lack of bench depth. Tatum, Brown, Derek White, Drew Holiday, and Kristaps Porzingis likely make up the best starting group in the league, but if Boston gets hit by injuries, their depth doesn't impress. Al Horford, Luke Kornet, Peyton Pritchard, and Sam Hauser were the only 4 players to see significant minutes off the bench last season, with Xavier Tillman Sr. joining the mix in the playoffs due to Porzingis' injury. Since the Celtics don't necessarily have a reliable scoring weapon on their bench, Walker could actually prove to be useful. On the other hand, Boston likely wants to maintain flexibility with their final roster spot going into the season, which is why it's more likely they'll waive Walker and have him compete in the G League. Don't forget to leave your like to show your support for the team and, of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any electrifying moment of the NBA season.